Welcome to Black Rise Up Video, empowering black people through education. This is the Jewish people would like to apologize for killing Jesus. Now, let me show you something. Something that they don't want you to know, black people. Frog Stick again, live from the underground as usual. Hebrew. This word is powerful. This is a word that everybody is basically fighting over. This is in the Quran. This is in Christianity. This is in the Hebrew Bible, which is the Jewish Bible now. Everybody is fighting for the Hebrew. Everybody say that the Hebrews are true people, and they might not use the Hebrew, but remember Moses was a Hebrew, and Moses is the center of pretty much all the religions. So Moses is the most important person in religion even over Jesus, and he's a Hebrew because Moses was the one that started the Hebrew people to escape and become who they are today, supposedly anyway. And he prophesied Jesus and things like that. But I don't get into that right now. I'm just going to get into Hebrew and who they are. Okay. Now, Jerusalem. That is the place, the city, the Israelites where Jesus was crucified. Now, the name Jerusalem was not given to Jerusalem by the Hebrews. It wasn't. The Romans gave this city this name. So, if the Romans gave this city their name, why would you use this name as an abbreviation of who you are? Doesn't make sense, does it? Because they are not Hebrews, they are Jews from Jerusalem. The Hebrew name for Jerusalem is Solid or Zion. These are the old Hebrew names of Jerusalem. Wouldn't they call themselves Zionish or Salemish or anything of that nature instead of using a name that was given to them by the Romans, who basically enslaved them and made them do their will and bred them out and things like that? No, they wouldn't do that. Well, the reason why they are Jews, people who like Jews, as in jewelry, as in Jews, as in diamonds, as in rubies and things like that. So they named them Jewish. Ish means the characteristics of something, and Ish of the Jews mean the characteristics of Jews. So now, who are these Jews? They are Khazarians from the country Khazaria. It's not on the map anymore. They still have the old map with this name there and the Jewish star where the Star of David symbolized came from. But the new country is called Kazakhstan. It still has the same name and this and that, but they tried to hide their history. Now, who are the real Hebrews? We are the real Hebrews. In Deuteronomy, in the Holy Bible and the Jewish Bible, which they call the Hebrew Bible, which is not. Deuteronomy, I think it's chapter 28. God told the Hebrew people if they don't listen to him, he's going to cast them away and make them slaves, and they'll never see their land again for 400 plus years, and to atone, and the people they don't know, and to separate their families, they'll never see their homeland again. That didn't happen to the Jews. That didn't happen to the Jewish people. That happened to the African Americans. Now the Jewish people will try to say that they were in Egypt for 400 years. They were in Egypt for 400 years. The Hebrews were there for 400 years. But the Hebrews weren't slaves in Egypt for 400 years. As a matter of fact, the majority of the Hebrews in this world were born in Egypt, thus making them Egyptians. And why do you think the Hebrew people and the Egyptians through Moses was able to intermingle and nobody knew that Moses was a Hebrew? Because they all were black. They all were us. Those pictures and paintings that you see on the wall, those of black people. And they always try to say that African Americans they don't look like African Americans, they don't have African American features. Now, I want you to understand another thing. I should get on that later, but I'll get on it now. African American features are different, just like white people's features are different than everyone else. The people from Ethiopia and Egypt, the black people there, they have different features than the ones here, but they're still black and they're still from Africa. So don't let them play you. They are not the real Hebrews. They are Khazarians from Khazar, which is Kazakhstan now, which they say they're Polish or Russian. I don't know, but they are not the real Hebrews. Sure, some of them does have Hebrew blood in them, but the majority of them don't. And the thing is, with most people, everybody's trying to steal who we are and hide who we are. I'm here to educate us. I'm here to bring back who we are. Zion rise. You Zionists, you ever heard that term before? Because this is who we are. I know you heard the word Zion, and if you listen to Bob Marley, you hear the word Zion. This is who we are. Hebrews, Zion. God's chosen people. That's who we are. They took it from us. They're still trying to take it from us. But they can't hide it anymore because people like me are making sure that it's been said. Hail Zion. This is Black Rise video. Hope you enjoyed it.